And we are live. Hi everyone.
Hi beautiful friends.
With Staci. A lot of you asked if I was going to see Staci. Are you going to see Staci? Are you going to see Staci? They're asking if I'm going to see Staci. I'm seeing Staci. Here she is. Staci and I have done a lot of retreats together and workshops and online courses, and here we are live in Davis, California, and back there is the food co-op where we started, and we've told a lot of people about this over the years.
Yeah.
We started where we first met.
Right.
And I used to put up cans, soup cans, and I never tell them what you did because I don't know what you did.
You can never remember what I did. So this is what I did, Brian. So I sold all the, like, vitamins and herbs and worked at the register sometimes, and I always say that you were just kind of like you are now, like super like quiet and reserved, and all the girls in the co-op were like, you know, like, who's that like really cute mute guy? And then we became friends, and we started realizing that, you know, we have a very similar inspirational view of life, even though we were kind of very young in the discovery of living that way at that time. It's very sweet connection and beginning to something amazing.
Yeah, so it's the intention is to inspire others, to inspire you to follow our story, our lead, where we began, which was behind us back here.
Right.
We were reminiscing. We met some old friends here that we used to know, and it's been really sweet.
Yeah.
But we, at the time, speaking for myself, there was a sense of not really living my deepest sense of purpose, meaning, inspiration, the deepest call of my heart, and there was a real yearning inside to do so. Right?
Yeah.
Do you relate to that?
Oh yeah, and one thing we talked about when we were walking over here today is, I say, you know, Brian, sometimes I feel like I have a more negative filter of this time, and you actually helped me to realize that I worked here. This is actually a lovely place, and with really creative, dynamic, active people in the world, but I was here so much longer than my soul wanted me to be here. So when we're engaged in relationships or experiences or work that we're doing that our souls have outgrown, it naturally, it's gonna get uncomfortable, unpleasant, and we're not gonna like it. So I kind of went there.
Yeah, there's a sense of, like, you know, playing it safe, being comfortable, staying with the status quo, staying with the routine, and in our own individual ways, we each took what you call the leap.
Yes.
We took a leap. You know, we took this leap to really step into a new way of living, a new way of actualizing the deepest call of our hearts, the deepest sense of meaning and purpose and inspiration, and sharing it with the world, and just allowing that adventure to begin. And we were just talking to a gentleman named Jim, who was saying the best thing you can do for the world is to be happy. And if you can be a example, it could be an invitation for others to be happy, to live on purpose, to live with a sense of meaning and inspiration in their lives, then that's the gateway that opens that for the consciousness of others as well.
And it really is a gateway, and I think of it as being very mysterious, because I didn't experience what was on the other side of that gate until I took some of the leaps that I've taken in my life. But we think that we're kind of on our own, and that we need to take these very organized steps to get what we want. But really, when you're following the heartbeat of what you feel drawn to do, called to do in your life, whether it's to start one thing or end another thing, there's a different kind of synergy that happens in the experience we're having. And we kind of step off the path of being just an individuated person to something else going on, which is it's still hard for me to describe. But so many people who've taken their leaps, they understand what this is. And it's basically,
I understand what this is.
It's just like a force field of help that comes in to guide you.
Exactly. It's like there's like this synchronistic magic where people start coming to your aid, people start helping you in different ways. You know, you get right when you least expect, or, you know, it's like there's this divine guidance, this divine orchestration, this synchronistic magic that we step into when we say yes to life, and we say yes to our hearts, and we trust, you know, and we trust moment by moment, and we throw our hands up on the roller coaster, and we decide to enjoy the ride.
And what I'm thinking, what are some of the elements or common denominators necessary to do this? So one is being willing to take a risk, which is doing something that feels uncomfortable, scary, and with an unpredictable outcome.
You have to learn to have a really strong arm, because I hold up the camera to these videos and my arm is really hurting.
You want me to hold it for
Yeah,
a
why
minute?
don't you hold it for a moment?
Let me take over here, sugar. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, so there's an element of risk involved. You feel free now?
Yeah, feel free.
Great metaphor.
Yeah.
And there's an element of trusting that there's something more than you guiding your experience and helping you.
Mm-hmm.
There is, what else is there?
You know, I think the thing is, one of the things I say so often, and I find I hear myself saying a lot, is the how comes second, right? So it's like you just make the sense of like, yes, I'm saying yes, and I'll figure out how second. Because so many people, they want to get in the mind, and I want to understand all, and if everything, all the pieces add up, then I'll make that move, I'll make that transition. But it's never going to happen, you know? You just say yes, and then the universe aligns to support you. Aligns to support you in living your truth and living the deepest call of your heart, and you can be supported financially in doing so. And like I said, I think that's the greatest way, when I look into it deeply, like that's the greatest way to change the world. You know, if everyone's living in a sense of purpose and passion and inspiration, then it really is heaven on earth.
Right. And I guess the distinction, I'm thinking like, what is this distilled down to? And I feel like it's the distinction between what so many of us are taught, which is that you're kind of in it on your own. Mm-hmm. You need to sit in that traffic, going to and from work, mm-hmm. and working a job that gives you a paycheck, even if you don't love it. So the distinction of that teaching that is so fed to us, hand-fed mm-hmm. to us, and realizing, what would we even call it? Like, I mean, it just feels so like mystical and powerful
and alive
at the same time.
Yeah.
But, you know, what's referred to as the road less traveled, mm-hmm. following your heart. Mm-hmm. What do you always say? If anything is possible.
If anything is possible, what do you want to create?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, I've been talking about this too, that like comfort's really overrated. You know, mm-hmm. America's become so focused on comfort, being comfortable, you know, mm-hmm. but there's another level of like vitality and excitement and engagement when you start to really live outside the comfort zone, right. outside the box. You know, it may be difficult at times, it may be challenging at times, but you'll feel so alive, so genuine, so plugged in, so connected to source.
Right.
That it's just a whole other way of showing up in this world.
And, you know, let's bring it into the present moment with the election. You know, whether you're celebrating the election or you're crying over the election, what an amazing way to either celebrate or to create the changes you want to see in the world. The most powerful, effective contribution you can have to the world right now is to follow this impulse that we're talking about. Because when everyone is doing what their soul is designed to do, then all of the needs of our world and our humanity are being met in a much more balanced, wholesome way. And that's just so beautiful. So what are we feeling called to do? You know, I'm just kind of coming out. I will admit, I felt really sad about the election results, and I'm so glad to see Brian today, just to collect with, be with our like-minded soul friends. But I think we're really feeling this kind of roar to come into what we're being called to out of really kind of extreme feeling circumstances like this. So the co-op,
the Davis Food Co-op.
Thank you, co-op.
Where I used to stock soup cans.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would talk to people in the middle.
Yeah.
Including me.
Yeah.
So live your dreams. That's the message.
Yeah.
Live your dreams. Life is a dream. Merrily, merrily row your boat gently down the stream. Mm-hmm. So live it. Wake up and dream. And there's so much love and appreciation for you, so much potentiality waiting. Mm-hmm. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. This is a time of empowerment. I really feel it's a time of empowerment to stop looking to the outside, stop looking to someone else outside, stop looking to political leaders outside to change things, to make things happen. And it's like, look inside yourself.
Right.
Look inside yourself, live your dreams, and then come and shake our hands, give us a hug, tell us your story.
Tell us your story, so juicy. So we're just sending all of you so much love and support and encouragement and faith that there's something powerful within each of us, and it so wants to be free.
Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful evening, or day, or afternoon, or morning. We love you.
We love you.
See you in the next now.